We left Sardinia on October 1st, when it still was summer. And came back 10 days later to what feels like a completely different island. I am not ready for this. Though I love Sardinia and I love my life here, I am just not ready for another winter here yet. Just the thought of it has me feeling so low and just so sad, and part of me just desperately wishes I could go back to Germany for another month or so to just enjoy life, like actual city life and social life, and fun things like concerts and sports games, especially hockey games, something different than just empty beaches and towns. While summers in Sardinia are so beautiful and busy that you hardly get a breather between work and concerts and events and fun things, winters here in the little coastal town where I live are just empty. Most people who spend their summer months on the island leave. My favorite restaurants, bars and clubs close for the winter months, which leaves you with nothing much to do besides long beach walks. Every year it is a little depressing to watch a change from summer to winter, and this year I'm feeling especially low because I keep thinking about what I'm missing out on in Germany. I started working on it last year and it's supposed to go into our living room, but then I just didn't have time anymore and I abandoned it. Yeah, the goal is to finish it within October. So I have a very specific vision for this painting here, since it's gonna be for my living room. I obviously wanted to be in all of my favorite colors, which are orange and then this blue right here and a lot of pink rose tones. But then I also, of course, I wanted to fit into our living room, so it needs to have two other colors in it, and I'm not yet sure how I'm gonna do that, because one color is just, I don't know, I don't ever use it because I don't like it, but it's really nice in our living room. And one thing I also want to focus on for this painting is the light, the way how the rising sun is reflected in the water, and I obviously also really want it to be warm and reflect the way I always feel when I'm at the beach on a summer morning. Just like the awe and the warmth and the just like the amazing feeling you have when you get that. I really want to capture that. I'm super, I think I'm a little out of my depth, like I've never painted anything like that before. So yeah, let's see how it's gonna go, and if I can capture my vision the way I envision it right now. So this is where I'm gonna leave off for today. I'm actually kind of happy with how this is turning out. Good morning! Welcome to day 2 of working again on this bedroom. This is where we are. Today I want to focus on painting the sea. Maybe also start on the mountains, I'm not sure yet. If it would be better to start the mountains first and then like the sea. We'll see. Anyhow, let's go! There's something so magical about painting. It completely takes you out of your mind and into the present moment. As an artist, you will always be looking around, always on the lookout for the beauty, and be like, oh, would this make a great painting? And that's just completely transformed my entire mindset. In the last couple of weeks, I feel so much better. I'm so grateful. But more about that now. It made me realize that in life you always have 2 options. Look at what you don't have and feel sad about it, wishing for something else. Or look at what you have and see what you can do with that. While winters in Sardinia lack a million things, they give me the most precious gift of all, time. In winter here, I have time. Time to spend and enjoy my family here. Time to dedicate to our little apartment. Time to explore different beaches and places here in Sardinia, stress-free because there's no crowd. Time to just be. And finally, time to dedicate to my passion for painting and writing and storytelling. All the things that I never had time to do when I was still living in Germany because there was always something else to do. So yes, winters here in Sardinia are slow and empty and boring, but that's exactly what makes them so precious. We live a lifestyle where we try to fill all empty spaces. We try to improve ourselves all the time to be even more productive, and when there's still time left, we fill it with something fun and stimulating because otherwise we think we are not really living our lives. But is it really living when you are just running from one amazing experience to the other without ever taking the time to process and value them because we are always already thinking of the next thing? Life in Sardinia has taught me how important these empty seasons truly are.
not only because they give our bodies and minds the time to rest that they desperately need and allow us to focus on spending real quality time with our loved ones, but also that boredom gives our creativity the space it needs in order to unfold. I have never painted and written more in my life than now that I live in Sardinia and have tons of these empty spaces. I have never had more time to sit with myself and reflect on what really matters to me. Out of these empty spaces, a new life grew. A life that feels truly authentic, that I appreciate and value, and most importantly, that I feel like I'm truly living it. I did not achieve that by adding more experiences and things and activities to it, but by making time for the few things that really matter to me. I do less things than ever before in my life, but I still do all the important things and am finally in a place where I'm not constantly thinking about what comes next, but am truly present and enjoy the few things I do and have here in Sardinia. That never would have been possible without our empty winters. In the last video, I told you that I wanted to create a video series with all the lessons living in Sardinia has taught me that made my life better. This is lesson number 1. We desperately need seasons of rest and emptiness, not only because our bodies need them in order to stay healthy, but also because these seasons create the space for a life that feels truly authentic and meaningful. Very often the answer to more happiness is not what more you can do, but in what less you can do. I highly encourage you to create empty spaces for yourself as well this winter. Take weekends and evenings and holidays to maybe just tune in with yourself and slow down. Make time for your passions, even though it is uncomfortable in the beginning. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I am obsessed. I could sit here all day and look at this painting. The question now is though, now that this big project is finished, what am I gonna do with all the time again? I feel like I'm back at the beginning and I'm starting to feel really low again about winter and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Fuck. But I'm not gonna give in this easily this time. Like I already mentioned before, in life you get always to choose if you look at what you don't have and you feel sad about that, or you look at what you have and what you can do with that. And that's what I basically want to do. I want to write a list of other things I could try this winter. New things, new projects I could work on, like the painting in the living room, since it was obviously so much fun. Yeah, and I hope that that's gonna be something that whenever the winter blues kicks again and I feel sad that I'm not in Germany, I can come back to this list here. So this is what I've got so far. Basically it's just a mix of exploring new places I've never been, because there's still so many places in Sardinia that I haven't obviously seen. Then finally paint a real collection of summer seascapes. Continue to build a print shop, which by the way, I now have a print shop. I completely failed to mention that, but I finally got myself to upload some of my paintings so far on Redbubble, and you can order through them, and the link is in bio, so if you like my art, go check that out. There's obviously gonna be so many more paintings hopefully at the end of this winter. And there's deep clean every room of our apartment at least once, because that's something I hardly ever do. And then also continue regular sketching. I've noticed that when in September I was doing the daily sketching to get back into creativity, how fun that was, and I definitely want to keep doing that. And yeah, that's what I have so far. Maybe that can give you some inspiration for you if you're also someone who struggles with the winter blues and maybe feel a little sad about the season that's to come, and maybe you have a lot of empty spaces opening up, basically just, you know, like go outside, explore new places you've never been. We also got this new inflatable kayak, and I can't wait because there's a place here where you actually quite regularly see dolphins, and it's not too far offshore, so I think we can go there. And yeah, then also focus on your creativity, get back into your creative hobbies, and deep clean your house, because why not? Cleaning is very therapeutic. Can't wait to share all the upcoming adventures with you, especially like the dolphin thing. I'm so excited about it. I'm just basically now only waiting on a good day when we can go there. So yeah, stay tuned, and hopefully I can show you some more of Sardinia as well this winter, some new places. And of course lots of creativity as always, because I'm obsessed with painting. I may have a problem with that, but that's fine. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.